episode 4 or 5, Blake? Miller time with Big
4.
T. We've got so many episodes we can't even keep track anymore.
No. Okay, we ain't starting this off with the we. I can keep up. Okay.
Well, we're good. We're good to be here for another episode. We're back in studio. I'm here at the Command Center. You're at the Command Center North, right?
Well, we're going to call this we'll call it the Junior Command Center for now. I like that.
Junior Command Center. Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. So how was your week this last week?
Oh, man, it was good. We finally starting to get some good weather here. So,
yeah,
when weather comes.
So you went to a Mardi Gras ball. You went to a Mardi Gras ball, did you?
Sure did. Me, Carly, Mom, and Carly's husband, Jeff, went to La Mosque on Friday. Saw some of your Rugrats.
Heard you got stung up.
Stung up.
Yeah. Is that the word for it?
No. We're
That's what I heard. Yeah, no truth to that.
I didn't say
Not
that.
gonna talk about it.
I didn't say that.
That was a word on the street.
If it coming from, like I said, if it's coming from one of your Rugrats, then not a credible source there.
Not credible. Well, came from your sister.
Oh well.
She said your brother-in-law hit you hard.
Well, he tried to. He sure did.
Yeah.
That little rat.
Yeah. You gotta watch him, guys.
Hey, that's true.
Well, my week, you know what happened to me, don't you?
I do know. Well, let's talk.
Well,
talk a little
just to
bit.
give you a little recap. Last couple of weeks have been kind of rough, and I'll give you 2 words. I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but the 2 things that were going on: blood and stool. You put it together, and it ain't fun. So I had to spend last week up there at UAB getting recharged, and I'm much better now. So I got
much better than your live podcast that day.
Oh yeah, I was feeling terrible that day, and I got recalibrated, and I'm on that frequent flyer mileage to Birmingham. They flew me up there, and I'll tell you a story. They picked me up here in Ocean Springs in the jet.
So where does the jet go? Where'd you go from? Ocean Springs Airport?
I had to go to Gulfport.
Gulfport, okay.
Over there where the general aviation is. So the ambulance took me from the hospital here to Gulfport, who flew me to Birmingham. So when we got to Birmingham, they called for the ambulance there to take me to the hospital.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to wait an hour for the ambulance. So we sat on the tarmac for an hour. Well, the guys thought about doing that, but they didn't want to in case something happened. So here's the kicker. The ambulance has to come. So after an hour, the ambulance shows up. They get out. Guess what?
Flat
They
tire.
don't have a stretcher. Put me on. So, what the hell? Have you ever seen an ambulance show up without a freaking stretcher?
Did they not know they needed a stretcher?
That's only going to happen to me. So we had to sit there another 30 minutes. Good thing I wasn't, a heart transplant patient, which I guess I could have been. But hell, we had to wait for them to go back to their office to get a stretcher to come back and get me, take me to the hospital. Damnedest thing I ever seen. So while all that was going on, the Super Bowl was happening. So I missed the Super Bowl.
That you didn't see none of the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah.
Right. Start of it, maybe?
It came, You
saw like the start of it?
I didn't see any of it. I saw highlights afterwards. I guess I really didn't have a dog in a race, but I'm kind of glad that. I mean, I was hoping Cincinnati would win, but
I'm fine
it
either
didn't
way.
really matter.
Yeah,
Didn't really matter one way or another. So we got a big guest list tonight.
Woo.
I mean, this is on fire, isn't it?
I mean, I'm excited.
The
We've been chatting up.
2014 Ocean Springs High School golf team. Who would have thought it?
The 2014 district whatever champions, nonetheless.
Oh yeah, one of the best teams ever in Ocean Springs history, right?
That could be true. I think there's
Could
probably
be.
a couple that are better off the top of my head. I won't put us at the top by any means.
Now, when you say, just to let everybody know, you remember this team, right?
Oh, I remember or was a member.
You were a member of this team,
I was
right?
a member of this team.
Right,
Integral.
right.
All these people that were on, that are about to be on here, plus a couple more that won't be on, were very integral on this team.
Yeah. I have some questions from some dads too, by the way.
From some dads?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
So
do you mind saying, well, we'll get into that. Whatever.
We'll get to that a little bit later. So what about the
do we want to say who the guests are?
We'll get that when we come.
We got 6 guests.
6? Yeah.
5 or 6.
So we did the podcast at Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
We've got some things that we could have done better.
Oh yeah.
But I think it worked out okay.
Given with your circumstances,
Yeah.
We may do with what we could.
Yeah. So, and I think it worked out okay.
And I will, before anybody, as we're talking about you getting airlifted to UAB, before anybody thinks we're crazy just talking about it so casual, that's the kind of things that are going to happen with people that have an LVAD. Wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah, and I don't mind saying this. I have ulcerative colitis, and that's what caused this. And I'm on they put me on that PED. I probably couldn't play a sport right now because they put me on prednisone.
You couldn't
qualify
I tell you what, Champions Tour?
I tell you what, that prednisone, they don't like to have you on it, but it helps you. I feel better now than I have in a long time. Yeah. But they won't keep me on it for forever, but makes you feel good when you're on it and it's working like it's supposed to. But anyway, let's talk about little sports before we jump over. Baseball season started, except for college. MLB. Yeah, MLB, they can't get their stuff together. I don't know what's going to happen with them.
Yeah, I don't know.
But college and high school started. Mississippi State, defending national champs, lost 2 out of 3 at home to the Dirtbags. Ole Miss swept, of course. They were just playing Charleston, but Southern Miss, they swept.
Pretty good.
So I think we've got some good teams here.
Look, Mississippi, I think is, we do have a bunch of people in the NFL. We have maybe more in the MLB.
We got a lot of baseball.
And then the college baseball, I mean, you name a state that's going to have a better programs than Mississippi. I don't think you can.
Turnout was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
That turnout at State and Ole Miss was just
and Southern Miss
off the wall. Yeah.
Southern Miss.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go. I'm literally looking at the stadium lights right now for Pete Taylor Park. I didn't get to go, but I will say the golf course could have been a lot busier if Southern Miss wasn't playing a home game at 1:00 on a Sunday.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
sure.
good. Well, high school baseball started. I think Ocean Springs lost 2 to East Central this weekend.
Yep.
So I know that'll be coming up in full fashion. I don't know what kind of team they're gonna have.
I don't know.
I'll have to go check it out.
Like Hubbard, Hubbard said a couple weeks ago, they just trying to find a couple more arms.
Yeah,
problem for them this year.
So we'll see. In basketball, what about Juwan Howard?
All right,
you see that yesterday?
I'll be honest with you. I have got no idea what you're about to talk about. I haven't seen anything. I just saw where he's been suspended. So please enlighten me.
Okay, so yesterday they played Wisconsin, and they're getting beat at the end like 15 points.
Okay.
And he's pressuring. He's still, we're talking in the last minute of the game, he's still running a full court press. Well, the coach from Wisconsin called 2 timeouts in the last minute. They were up like 15 points to set his team to beat the press. Okay? So when the game was over, Juwan Howard, he didn't like the fact that the coach called timeout. And so when they came together in the handshake line, Howard goes up. You'll have to look at the video, tells him, I'm going to remember those timeouts. And the coach is saying something back to him, and they kind of separate. But when they separate, some other coaches get up in Juwan Howard's face. He's a big, tall guy.
Yeah.
So at some point, he reaches over and slaps
watching it right now.
Another coach on the back of the head. And it just kind of goes, to hell on a handbasket then. And, I think they were both wrong. Yeah. I think he got blown out of proportion. They just you gotta take your loss and go on with it,
Holy moly. Man, that one kid from Michigan is getting after it.
Oh yeah.
Number
they
5 Michigan was throwing some hands.
Yeah. Well, they're not having a great year, and he's kind of on the hot seat, so they've suspended him for the rest of the year. We'll see how that pans out.
Not the rest of the year. I think it was just 5 games.
Oh, I thought it was the rest of the year. I think that's the rest of the year.
Oh well,
that's all I got.
Because they're not going to make a March Madness, I guess.
I don't guess.
Gotcha.
But he's out. So that was a hell of a note. Of course, we had golf this weekend. What about the Joaquin Newman?
Man, he lit it up. That
kind of got a little close at the end, but
but
that was a heavy duty. Yeah, and then you had the old man Wonder Man. Didn't Bernard Langer win again?
I think so, yeah.
60-something, he's stroking them. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, I was actually talking about him today with Joaquin Neiman. He's built like me, tall, skinny.
Yeah,
he kills it.
Yeah.
Bernhard Langer, he's not bulked up. Everybody past couple of years has been Bryson. He's all bulked up. Brooks is all bulked up. Tiger bulked up. All 3 of those guys always hurt.
Yeah.
Not Bryson. Bryson hadn't been hurt that much, but he's had a couple injuries a little bit. Bernhard Langer, he's how old you say? He's 60-something?
67, I think.
How long you think he's gotten hurt much at all?
Not really.
No.
His biggest problems, he went through the yips at one time.
Yeah. So everybody can talk about all this, you need to get in the gym, do this, do that. Man, no.
Yeah.
You got in golf, you want to look at Phil. Phil can still play with the best of them. He's 2, won the freaking PGA last year. He ain't all.
Well, he got a little heat this week.
Yeah,
what do you think about
we're gonna have to talk about the Saudis.
Well,
he's catching heat from everybody.
I think it's pretty much gone away now. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, last week or 2 weeks ago, it was coming out that they're offering Bryson $135 million contract or something. Which if anybody don't know in golf, you don't get paid like a contract like NFL. You get paid on how you perform.
Right.
And the argument is, well, it's not enough. There's guys in the MLB and
they're trying to get
way more money than golfers.
They're trying to get those appearance fees.
Yeah. So apparently the Saudis are making a tour with Greg Norman and trying to offer Bryson $135 million.
Yeah.
And supposedly they got up to 20 people that backdoor or said they would play, and when they got to 20 players, they would announce the tour. Well, that hadn't happened, and now everybody's starting to ask all the players on the PGA Tour what they think. And Phil's he's all about controversy like this.
Most of them are saying they're going to stay with the PGA Tour.
Yeah. And Phil's always been outspoken about trying to get everything that he's worth and things like that.
Right.
But he made some comments that not really, I don't know if anybody agreed with him. So,
well, one more thing before we take a short break. What about our TikToks? Did you put up a TikTok? We get any hits from it?
I might have cut some clips from the past couple episodes and kind of put them together.
I think we need to do that a little more. I think we need to do that a little more.
We'll give a shout out to Ethan. He kind of said it on there and said we should do that. And sparked our minds, which we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll go because we've had some killer moments. I think here and there for a couple different episodes. Think they can go. Think they can go viral.
Well, it showed up on my FYP page. I don't know what that means.
Nothing.
That's not viral.
Nah.
Well,
if you have my number, in your phone. Like I get people that I'm not friends with on TikTok, but it'll say, from your contacts, and it's somebody I know on the page. So, I mean, it's not viral.
Okay. Well, we'll take a short break. We'll be back with a legendary golf team momentarily. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Hello, this is for all our sponsors and advertisers out there. Big T here. This is your chance to get in on the action. If you want to advertise your product, your business, whatever, this is a 2-minute, 1-minute segment that we can give you at a good price, barter, whatever we can work out to get you on here. We need some sponsors, so look us up on Facebook, look us up on Twitter, give us a call. We'll put you on here, and you can be a great partner with Miller Time with Big T. Keep it in mind, we're working to build up our numbers, and you can get in on the ground floor. So give us a shout, come partner with us.
Action.
Welcome back to Miller Time with Big T. And here's Big T with my partner, Brock A. Miller. Blake, are you giddy? You know what that means?
I'm feeling great. I'll just answer that.
We've got the
what a crew
2013 Ocean Springs High School District Champs golf team. Blake, you want to introduce your partners in crime and get us going?
All right, we got Mr. Austin Rinke here. Why don't you raise your hand, sir?
Present.
There we go. How old are you now? 22, 23?
24, sir.
We got Mr. Bo Allison over there, looking like a young Frank. Finishing up some schoolwork. We got a little David Muir down there, little Tristan Rupert.
Hey, everybody.
There you go. And we got the man who we carried all those years down there, Mr. Zach Myers.
Present.
You know, boy, seeing y'all pop up reminds me like My Three Sons or something. If y'all probably don't remember that show, but seeing you pop up like that, pretty neat. So, Blake, what you gonna talk to these boys about tonight?
All right, well, let's start off with you. What you got anything for them? If not, I'm gonna jump right in.
Well, I do have. You want me to start out with a question from the dad? I had one question.
Some questions
from a dad.
Community.
And the question was, Zach, it's for Zach. Did your dad ever beat you at golf?
He
Recently.
did one time. Just one time, yeah.
And,
And, Blake and Tristan were present on that day.
Tristan, are we still financially recovering from that day?
Yeah.
Honestly, if it took me losing a significant amount of money just to watch Zach lose at golf, it's a debt I will pay to society time and time.
Good.
That was a pretty record day. I covered all possible scores that day.
Yeah, you hit for the cycle, but not in the best of ways.
Yep.
That's more of a Bo
Just
Alex.
so everybody knows, this was well after high school that this happened, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, going back to your high school days, you know, just to kind of set you guys up, Zach started playing when? Zach at 7 or 8 years old?
When I was 10 years old.
10? And Zach was always the top-notch golfer in this bunch. And it took some of these guys, they never got to your level, but maybe they did get to a level that they might could help the team. And that was a big thing, get to that point. Because Zach, for a while there, you were kind of left to dry for the team winning, you know, in the big scheme of things, right?
Yeah.
He was there bearing when I shot 79 holes at Gulf Hills.
Yeah. I remember the good old days of when Blake would ask me to play and I would kindly ignore that text and go play with some other friends. And then it became to where he was
those days
the only
are
one
known
left to play. Yeah. So.
Well, I tell you guys, from your age group, I know there was some teams, Zach, that you played on earlier that had some really good players, but it really took you guys to, you know, to really work to even get to be district champs, honestly. I mean, y'all started from nowhere and really, you know, got tough with it. And, you know, all of you put the time in to make you have a decent team that year. What are some of y'all's memories of that senior year that'll stand out for you?
Well, first off, you know, you just said basically we kind of came a long way, obviously, from shooting 70 on 9 holes. Tristan, what do you think the first word you ever said to me was? First off, Tristan moved to Ocean Springs when we were in 10th grade, okay? What's the first word you said to me?
Well, this is probably one of the many days that Zach ignored that text for you to golf. And so you got stuck playing with.
In 10th grade, we were not on the top 5. Okay.
I don't think we were. I think we were the Make-A-Wish kids that for some reason Coach Lee put on the team.
You might, yeah.
What he was
we
thinking.
definitely were.
They had enough. Hey, they had enough jerseys for y'all. That's about it.
Like, I don't know who told him I was terminally ill, but that's the only reason I think I made the team my 10th grade year. But my first words to Blake, I don't know where he hit it at Shell. I just know it wasn't ever going to be found. But the first word, he kind of just sighs and stares down at the ground, and he looks up at me, and I just go 2 off the first tee. And it was just the spark of a beautiful little friendship that, you know, we have to grow and love to this day.
Yep, and then we had a little experience on number 3, which can't repeat on this podcast. But that first day, I remember that first day of golf, it would have been 2012, I guess. Set the tone for sure. But now going on that from that point on was pretty much when we started, all of us, other than Zach, obviously, kind of taking it a lot more seriously and actually figuring out how to play golf.
Still working on the how. We're still working on that. It's definitely I haven't figured. Y'all let me know when y'all get the answer to that, and I'll ask Zach or Bo. I mean, Blake, you run a golf course now. Maybe you might know. Austin, you're as clueless as I am, buddy.
I think I've only broke 80 2 times, maybe since high school.
Yeah, well, to be fair, you're the only guy I know that can shoot 84 with like 6 birdies. So it takes skill to play golf the way you do.
With a silky swing, by the way, too.
Oh, we all know Bo had one of the best swings.
Smooth like dirt on a bald monkey.
The effort. That was 0.
It takes real talent to birdie 4 holes and then follow it up with a triple and a quad.
Yeah, Mr. Colonel Quad. Colonel Quad. Bo has probably the best nickname of anybody, Colonel Quad.
Absolutely.
Do you remember?
Guys,
Hold on. Do you
Blake,
remember? I think it was like the club championship at Shell Landing. You went through holes. Let's see. It was probably 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You went birdie, birdie. This is in a row. Birdie, birdie, quad, birdie, birdie.
I think it may have been quad and then eagle. I seriously think it might have been an eagle. But nonetheless.
He was like even par on 5 holes with 4 birdies. How does that even happen?
Yeah,
Colonel
I remember when I
So Blake,
when
when you guys are seniors, what do y'all think was your best, tournament as a team that year? Because y'all had some you won a couple, didn't you? Or did you?
I personally made sure we didn't win a couple. I went MIA a few times.
What was our lowest score? Was it at district, like 312 or something?
You won the district.
I thought district was the lowest score.
What did we shoot at Great Southern?
I don't recall playing that course.
Zach played great.
You didn't.
I believe Zach shot 64
with a bogey.
We had a 64 and what did you shoot, Blake? 75? Did you
76, I think.
Or
76.
Yeah. 64 and a 76. We came in 3rd place.
Tristan shot 90.
But you won the district, though, right? Am I correct about that?
Yeah.
Home course.
Yeah.
It was a sweep.
In fairness, that was really how we should have played all year long. It was just we never put 4 scores together for the life of us.
We didn't even those 2 days. At Great Southern, we counted, I think, a high 80 score. At district, I think, Bo, you might have shot like 85 or something, but Sheldon Compton shoots like a 90 after shooting 75 at the district, the preview at Shell, home course.
He was limping. That's the only reason.
Y'all could just never get that 4th guy in there. That was always the key, getting that score down. I mean, I remember taking out the Tupelo the year before for state. Oh my God. And then Tupelo?
That was a rough rough time.
It was cold as hell.
It was backwards and my shirt was untucked by 7th hole. It was rough.
Yeah. I played 2 state championships there, and I did not enjoy that course. That was the least favorite course.
I would like to go play there again.
Do you remember that kid hit a hole-in-one that day with me in the group, and I was playing atrocious, and so it was every day. But like every group came up to us like, "Was you the group that hit the hole-in-one?" And this kid shot like a 94 with an ace.
He did not break 90. I remember that.
In this hole-in-one, the ball never got 3 yards off the ground, and he literally slammed his club in frustration. And then he celebrated like he won the World Cup after it went in. And that's all that idiot talked about for the next 3 hours.
That was the rest of his life. He's still talking about it, Tristan.
To this day.
He's got one more hole.
It's a nice draw into the hole instead of a warm burner.
Hey, do you remember that guy's name, Tristan? Do you remember his name by any chance?
No, I blocked out most of it.
I think there's a guy that lives in Hattiesburg that played on that team. I'm gonna have to find out what his name is.
Well, you guys had some pretty stiff competition too, during the state that year, didn't you?
Hey, we were competing with those teams. No shot.
Brendan Thornberry, when he playing?
Thornberry was playing. Hayden Buckley's on tour. Thornberry's on tour. Austin Rose is pro. There's a bunch of guys that we play against that are playing on PGA Tour now, which is crazy to think about.
Right.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, unbelievable.
But I put together some pictures here and a couple videos that we're gonna go through and talk about. Be pretty interesting. So let's see. I'm gonna share my screen right here. Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Don't pull up the search history.
We're not doing it.
Oh.
So we'll start off. We had to throw Big T in here. I don't know if any of y'all have seen this before, but Big T was the bus driver for the golf team. We haven't talked about that. He drove us. I guess it was like when did we start doing that? Senior year?
I think when you're a junior.
No, we rode in the van, Zach's van.
Yeah.
Maybe so. I don't know.
I think
all I'm saying is that number 39 ran through you like you ran through that deer.
I don't think so.
I think I took 39 off the tackle there.
Yeah, it's Peter.
I did go down. I did go down. I can remember that. That was right up there at Scott Field, Davis Wade Stadium. But that's had nothing to do with golf.
All right, here we go. This is one of the best ones right here. What do we have to say about this?
Well, first of all, we got to bring up who didn't introduce me to like tailored pants. I don't know if I like borrowed my pop's pants to go out for the round, but look at them things.
I mean,
how many?
I was working on my tan too, and all the while
up in a car.
5. So I mean, it took skill to golf the way I did back then. It took a lot of balls.
And then that picture leads into this one. Oh, technical difficulty. Oh, yep, there we go.
There it is.
Bingo. What was that app called? I'd cap that or something?
Yeah, like cap that or something.
He looks like the guy on Grease in that picture.
Okay.
Do you remember, Austin? That's how our friendship started. You thought I dressed well. You thought that looked good at one point. I want that to be done.
There were a lot of problems back then, Tristan.
How many people in our group wore that shirt?
Tristan.
I'd say that was like we got the Sisterhood of Traveling Pants and we got the Brotherhood of shirt. I'm telling you right now.
I know for a fact Art wore that shirt. Rinky wore that shirt.
I'm pretty sure Art has it somewhere.
I was about to say, where is that shirt now?
It would be a crop top on him now, but
yeah, Art's got the dad bod going.
Here we go. This was the first tournament, Diamond Head junior year, and not 5 minutes after this, I proceeded to hit 3 straight balls in a row out of bounds on number 12 at Diamond Head, but that's not important. Moving on. We got a little.
That's Wiggins.
I said Pine Burr there. We got Sheldon doesn't know how to tuck in his belt. We got Bo got probably my honey bun stuffed in his mouth. Can we talk about what Arch's role was on the team? Arch is not a golf. He's kind of a golfer now, but was not a golfer back then. Somebody talk about what he did on the golf team.
Arch had the best role that you could possibly get. I would say thanks to probably this group, because it wasn't his own doing, but the dude would just show up, get free food, snacks. He got
all
more
the gear.
golf gear than
finally
I
got
his
jacket.
Yeah. And got to miss classes. And he didn't have to hit a single golf ball.
And all he did was just
Blake Miller
tweet.
schedule. It did not matter. What were they taking here? Like,
all Archie did was tweet, and every tweet was grammarly incorrect. Every single one of them.
But he did.
I remember
because the word you're searching for is grammatically.
Thank you,
There
Tristan.
you go. Arch is rubbing off. We're talking about Arch, it's rubbing off.
And this
What
was
were you about to say,
at,
Bo?
well, go ahead, Bo.
I just said he did his best to spread positivity amongst the team, but that was pretty difficult to do during some of those times.
The best thing he did was spell your name wrong. It auto-corrected Bo every time to no. He'd be tweeting no with a quad on number 12.
There's just two things I want to bring up in this picture before we move on. Why did anyone not bring up the fact that Sheldon's got pleated pants? Are we just going to speed by that? No one going to mention that?
Yeah.
And then, Zach, how did you not fall through your pants? Like, did you eat food back in high school? What kind of diet were you on to be skinnier than Blake?
There you go.
I ate food, but I was, walking too much from playing golf. Burned it all off.
Yeah.
Do you think Sheldon is going to watch this?
We're gonna have to send it to Sheldon.
Big T, have you seen a picture of Sheldon recently?
He got like long curly hair, doesn't he?
Looks way different.
He went rogue on us.
Yeah.
I see his mom all the time.
I think we all do.
She got married to. She get married to a friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He went to high school with me. So
what happened here, Zach?
The usual tournament win and carrying the team,
Obviously, you're not carrying. I mean, we had some help that day, a little bit.
Yeah.
What a cast of characters.
Out of curiosity, of those 5 scores, how many do y'all think were honest?
2. That next picture.
So, in all seriousness, high school golf down here, there's a lot of little cheating going on out there.
It's so easy to cheat in high school golf.
Yeah.
And it sucks, but I mean, just the way golf is, not everybody's honest, especially 15, 16-year-old high school dudes.
Yeah.
We've all had our moments, but some people, man, just. What happened here?
There's a stud.
That picture was taken after the 5th time Coach V told me to smile. So I gave him a dry little grin because I thoroughly let Zach down. I won't say everybody else because y'all didn't deserve the effort. But Zach, I definitely failed you that day, buddy. And look at Michael, just happy to be alive, happy to be out there.
It's another day. Yeah. But if I do remember right, we did go to Canes right after this, so Tristan cheered up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Something like that chicken.
We got another tidbit here, we're in the paper. Tristan's getting that face all over the place.
In case you didn't know, McDonald's does deliver to Nukes. If you just order it, usually Tristan's mom will go get it and pick it up and, bring it to Nukes for you.
McDonald's or Chick-fil-A?
I don't know.
They both deliver.
They both deliver, and two things we need to point out in this picture. At one point, I was taller than Bo. That's definitely not the case now, but it seems like there was a moment where I was in time.
I think we're about even there.
I don't know if I give you that.
I feel like you're on a hill, and I'm in a little bit of a dip. That's what I'm gonna blame that on.
Well, the slouch, you were all slouched that day, so it was kind of bringing you down. So
Blake, that's why
I'll give you that.
Bucks. I love. And then look at Rory McIlroy over on the left or on the right here. I mean, that hat's not even on his head. That's just tangled up in the hair. I love it.
Just pro.
Now let me move this out of the way. Let me make sure. Okay, there's no dirt marks right here on his pants because he used to hit. He'd hit his hand right there.
He played well that day. I was the one that should have been slapping my thigh. Maybe that would have lit a fire.
I vividly remember walking down 18 at Great Southern and looking over at number 1 and watching the hand go bow right down on his pants.
Those are the good old days,
Here we go.
There you go.
Like Zach.
That's what happens
What
when
kind
your
of picture
score
is
doesn't
this?
get used.
That's
Where
pretty
is this picture at?
That's a
I've noticed there's a lot of trophies in these pictures.
And only one person holding them.
Great observation.
Zach,
Hold on now.
Zach, do you still?
Hey, I'm holding a trophy there. Okay, let's just.
Zach, do you still have all these trophies?
I think I kept some of the bigger ones, but I think I've thrown away a lot of them.
Zach's probably got golf balls from 2009 with the Southeastern Junior Tour logo on them that are still in the box.
Oh yeah.
Zach could donate us. Blake,
probably.
Zach could donate us a trophy for the Big T Invitational.
Very much good.
Speaking of that, Tristan, are you going to play that with me?
All right,
solid.
Topic for another time.
Yes, that's
right,
solid.
We'll move on.
No. Wow.
He's waiting for another text.
Zach, check your phone.
That's absurd.
We're actually supposed to be traveling, Tristan.
I've been told. I'm trying to get the dates off.
Yeah.
All right. So, Tristan, here we're going to talk a little bit about how the proper steak is cooked, along with asparagus and some potatoes. Can you explain how that kind of looks on a plate?
There's some things I want to point out prior to that. The reason this picture is from the knees up is because I forgot my shoes. So I've got like these like weird.
No, you're just short. It's okay. You're short.
Well, that too. I'm tiny, especially compared. I don't know why y'all let me stand between the two tall towers of our team. Like I don't know whose idea that was, but
you're the camera guy. You could have figured that out.
Either way, my thing is Whataburger is better than a nice filet mignon. Like it is what it is.
So
the most embarrassing statement I've ever heard.
Look,
we go to this
wanted
tournament.
That dinner so bad, you should have qualified for it. Okay, this is what I found.
That's the truth.
Fair enough.
We even drug along Arch,
and he got a jacket and a goodie bag.
I just heard the bus.
That was at Jackson, right?
Yeah. So this is when we went to the tournament at Country Club of Jackson. We stayed the night, played 3 rounds in Jackson. No, we didn't play a practice round. We played 2 rounds.
Well, yeah. 2 rounds.
And we go up and had a big dinner that night, and we had to dress up in a coat and tie, and they had all this nice dinner. That's a pretty sweet clubhouse, and we get all
Blake, just so you know,
it's fine. Go ahead.
Your bus driver, while y'all were doing all that, was sitting out in the bus by himself. So
you could have come watch.
You should.
No, they wouldn't let me.
Than me.
So, anyways, they come bring us all a plate of dinner, and we all got our plates, and it's a steak and asparagus and these some kind of good looking potatoes, and we're all eating it, and everybody besides Tristan was like, "Oh man, this looks great." And then Tristan looks down at the potatoes, and it's like chunks of potatoes with some kind of cream sauce or something over it.
There was chunks of the shredded potato in the mashed potato. I don't need that. Just give me mashed potatoes. And it's like,
no, that's fine. The problem was you asked the whole table. We're sitting there, and you say, "What are these chunks in my potatoes?"
It was the first time I'd encountered that. I was like, who does
And
this?
then you obviously didn't eat the potatoes. You gave your steak away. I don't even know if you ate the asparagus. And then
No,
20
see,
minutes after we
he ate
left,
the steak.
we're sitting in Whataburger.
if you have to convince me to eat a food by wrapping it in a food that tastes better, like, I'm sorry, I'm not falling victim to that. Asparagus is disgusting, and I'm not just going to eat it because bacon's wrapped around it. No, sir. I'm smarter. They got to do better. They can't trick
Move
me.
on, Blake. Move on.
It's a long story. And then we're sitting in Whataburger with a dress like that. Another picture from that day. Sweet glasses, Zach.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There's a big
Tristan,
trophy.
You
That's
choked
a
that
big
day,
trophy.
Tristan?
I tried to.
That was probably all the best scores that day.
Yeah, that probably was for sure. Okay, Coach V couldn't be there. Couldn't be here with us today. But the Italian Stallion is a character. Here we go. Now this is from the state tournament, Lake Caroline. Beautiful
Oh,
picture
yeah.
from Coach. What a wardrobe in the middle of May.
Yeah.
I looked good. I didn't golf good.
Tell you something. I think my legs are skinny now. Some chicken legs right there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superstar. All right, Tristan.
Still have the same driver.
Yeah. What happened here, buddy?
So was that day 2 of state? That's day 2, right?
Now that's day 1.
Is day 1? Well, the picture's iconic because of what happened on day 2. So I started off, I think, like 7 over, and I switched to a Wilson Staff golf ball.
Wilson
and
Duo.
at that point, Wilson, yeah, exactly. And I played the next, I think, 8 or 9 holes. I think 1 under par. Like, I was playing phenomenal because I switched golf balls, and I just couldn't hit. I gave myself a lot of putts, couldn't hit one. So I walk up to the 6th hole or 7th hole, it's par 5. And I've got like a 60-foot birdie putt, and I'm complaining to Coach V because I haven't hit a lot of putts. And he's like, just try and knock this down. So I walk in that 60-foot putt, and I'm staring my first sub 80 round in the face, right? Like, it's there, it's right in front of me. And he says, just don't go left. And I hooked that ball so far left into the water that it's swimming with Nemo to this day. I end up doing like a triple on that hole, and then I bogeyed.
It's on number 8, right?
Yeah, I tripled
Putted
8
in,
and then
you
bogeyed.
putted it in the wall. Wow.
Yeah, pretty tough. That was typical that time of the year and that stage in life. That was typical, Tristan. Typical. There you go, Bo.
I don't know what this one is.
What happened here?
There's a very good chance the hole prior to that was probably a birdie, and I was probably lying about 5 right there, getting ready to quad that hole.
That looks like number 4 at Shell. You're probably hitting your fish shot from probably, I don't know, 150 yards off the tee.
That sounds about right.
And odds are you probably had a pretty good shot from there.
If that was number 4 at Shell, then there's no chance there was a birdie the hole prior, because that would have been number 3. I think I've only parred that hole 1 time.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Check this out.
A good old rainy day trick shot.
It's not the same without Arch randomly screaming yes.
Yeah, you got to get the
One more
background
time.
on Arch, though.
And when we didn't have golf practice, that's what happened. Something like this. And this is, I just tried this one time and I just couldn't do it, so I just gave up.
Chipped in the boot.
How many times did I hit that shot and couldn't make it?
Almost 100 times, and then it took me like 3 tries.
Not even, I don't think. while
what I
Big
was
T's
looking for,
driving
yeah.
the bus. Big T, were you driving this
The
bus?
bus ride.
Is it okay for you to
I'm
say?
sure
since you're not
it
a bus driver?
was.
I was about to say no, Big T. That's a setup there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't find me now, though.
The best part about that is we thought that was so cool, and all we did was
I
7-yard
was showing
chip.
it all.
7-yard chip. Of course he could catch it. Oh, this is just some
Oh.
college golfers. I didn't mean to put that in there.
Wow.
Hey, that's my Facebook profile pic.
It's been his Facebook picture for I don't know how long, 10 years.
That was 10th grade.
Might need
Yeah,
You might need to update that, Zach.
yeah.
No,
I
he
don't. I
can't
delete
now.
my Facebook. So
He can now. That's a staple. What'd you shoot
Yeah,
that day,
I'd gotta
Zach?
stay for life.
I think I shot even par that day. It was a wind dance.
Of course.
Yeah.
But
Goodness.
what
Oh,
happened
this
here?
is the
Ricky?
next year. You got a ball out.
Is this at state?
No.
Is
I don't know if
that's
it
the
was.
Oaks, isn't it? That's on the driving range. No, that's not at the Oaks.
It could be Grand Bear. No,
I think that's.
no, that's not.
I don't know. I was gonna say Grand Bear, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
I was still driving y'all then, wasn't I?
I
Bo?
Oh,
believe
yeah,
so.
Big T.
I think you were,
You
Big
were.
T.
I don't know where that's at. But yeah, Cronin.
Good deal.
Hold on. What'd you say? Cranin?
That
got
there
Cronin on
it is.
here.
Yeah.
Good
Will
spelling of
Cranin.
Cranin there.
Proof.
You know, Big
Proof
T.
that Austin shot an 80 or broke 80.
And
There's
Tristan
only
Denton.
a handful of people that broke 80s at state or in a golf tournament in this phone chat. Now, we're not going to talk about day 2 of state, but day 1.
There you are.
I mean, simply put, you cannot hide talent, boys.
There
Can't
you
teach
go.
it either. Can't teach it.
Can't.
Cronin looks like 9 years old here.
I had a little more hair back then.
I mean, what is he doing? What's your take on this team, Dad? Since you were the bus driver,
I
got any
don't
thoughts?
remember this kid. What's that boy's name?
Which one?
The one in the middle.
That's
Lerman.
one of the Clearman twins.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But what's your
I didn't
take
remember.
on those golf teams that you drove the bus after the 4 of us graduated?
They had no, they were just out there. They had no wallet. Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
Bo
it is.
liked to play. Bo
We
would
didn't
have been
have-
great.
We
Bo
didn't
would
have
have been
Zach there
great.
to motivate us.
Yeah, Bo would have been great if he'd have just, played some. Bo had a great swing. And Sheldon did good, but as it got later on, they didn't want to.
Now this was in my volunteer assistant coaching days. Here, I actually took this picture
Yeah,
back down
I
the
don't
line.
know any of these kids.
Well, that's Bo.
Well, I
That's
knew.
Cronin.
Yeah,
Where's that at?
Yeah, that's that
Where's
Diamond
this
Head.
picture? Diamond. Oh.
Diamond Head. Yep.
but
That
Bo,
was a hard-
you were when Blake and Zach and Tristan were seniors. Well, you were in the ninth grade. Is that right?
That's right. I was a freshman.
Yeah.
I just threw this picture in here because we can talk a little bit about how golf, me and Tristan probably haven't seen none of these other guys in, I don't know, long time. But from playing and just playing good and getting and playing in some cool tournaments, we could probably go up to these guys if we saw them out in public and chat it up like we had talked to each other every day.
Well, that's one of the cool things about golf, in my opinion. I mean, like, we're talking about a team that existed in 2014, and we're
Almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, 8 years later, we're all sitting here catching up, cutting up, and it's been a while since I've seen Bo, but I love this about the sport. You build memories, camaraderie. It's it's taken for granted because it's not as perhaps contact based as some others, but it's a lot of fun, man.
What is this? I mean, I don't even know what to say. I didn't even know about this till like 3 or 4 years after. And then Coach sends us this and she said, I never told anybody about this. Somehow, Blake Miller, which is me, girls golf scholar athlete team.
That's not even a travesty in this
those
picture.
Words.
You're an athlete, or it says you're a scholar.
Yeah,
well,
those words.
Yeah.
Listen, every word.
That's all the scholar award he ever got. So give it to him.
I mean, I'd give him girl before I give him scholar.
Hey, that vehicle mechanics class, really made him a scholar.
What was vehicle mechanics 4 or 5? Yeah, 4 or 5. I think
they were inventing Roman numerals for you by the end of your time at Ocean Springs.
Me and David Green were right there with it. All right, then
Blake,
there's this picture.
Let's go. Let's kind of wrap this up a little bit, just so everybody kind of knows. Talk about where you guys are now and what you're doing with yourselves, because that's to me, I know I'm proud of all you guys and what you become. I know your parents are, but the general public needs to know what you guys are doing and what y'all are off into. So, Tristan, start us off with you. You're the biggest profile guy out there. So, tell us what you're doing with yourself now and where you've been.
I don't know if I'm biggest profile. We got a head pro here or something. I don't know what title he's made up yet. But so I'm a reporter for a television station in Birmingham. I actually came back to Ocean Springs and was a reporter for the local TV station WLOX for a while. And, it's because I love the community, love the people. And we got great ones like y'all. So I'm just enjoying life, kind of exploring, and lucky enough to still golf occasionally with some of the guys in this group chat and just living it up, man.
What's the station golf?
Little David Muir. Blake's giving me a lot of nicknames. That's one of my favorites. If I make
that came from Big T.
That was Big T that gave me that one.
Oh yeah. I
love it. That's one of my favorites.
So have you had a chance to play in Birmingham yet? Yeah,
we did a golf trip back here. I'd say like 2 Novembers ago. We got to play some of the RTJ course,
right,
and I played Highland here. It's a real short course, the oldest in the city, and it's a blast. I'm looking forward to getting back out here once the weather warms up and tearing it up.
I got some friends that are members at Hoover Country Club. I need to get you hooked up there.
Yeah,
you got some nice courses.
Yeah, donate some money to a game.
Yeah. All right, Zach, what you up to now, boy?
I actually just got hired on at Singing River Hospital.
Come on.
Whoa, that's news to
everybody.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So what are you going to do at the hospital?
Yeah, I got
what are you going to do?
Position at a pharmacy.
All right.
Yeah.
When do you start?
I start Friday. So.
Really? Now, are you in Ocean Springs right now?
Yeah, I'm in Ocean Springs.
So you gonna live with your old man?
Probably to save some rent.
Come on. Well, that's good though. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Will you be working in Ocean Springs or Singing River, or do you know?
While I train, I'll be in Ocean Springs, but after that, I'll be filling whatever is available. So.
Right. Well, good. Well, good for you. That's good. So, Austin?
Yes, sir. So I'm a nurse in an ICU. I was working in Mobile for about 1.5 years. I love it. It's been close to 1.5 years now. I moved to New Orleans, so I've been working over there. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
In the nursing business.
It's tough, but
well, that's
could
good.
Be worse. Good, stable job.
Well, good. Well, good.
Pays very well.
Bo, tell us about you, Bo.
I'm currently wrapping it up in the great town of Starkville, Mississippi, at Mississippi State. I'll be graduating in May, and my major is building construction science. So I'll be planning to take a job hopefully in May and head off into the construction industry. Most likely, I'll probably end up in the north part of Mississippi starting out. So.
Right. Now, you're going to be working for Utah Construction, you said?
Yeah, that's the plan if everything kind of shakes out.
Where is their home base?
In Madison, Mississippi.
Madison, okay. Great. Okay, well, that's good. And Blake, I guess you're the only one left. I kind of laughed when Tristan said, once you get to making up your titles, what are you now?
I'm a head golf professional with my title.
Yeah? Well, good.
At Hattiesburg Country Club.
Hattiesburg Country Club. Everybody knows that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
And just you haven't played there, have you? Everybody else has.
I have not.
Oh, we'll have to change
and
that
just
sometime.
so the other guys that were involved on the team, Sheldon, he's in California. Is that right?
Last I heard,
yeah.
Last I heard, I like ran into his mother downtown one afternoon, and she told me he's doing well in California. Yeah, she told me his job was something underwater. I think diving of some kind, but said he was doing great.
And then you had Nolan, who now has a bar in Ocean Springs, right?
Rinky's probably pays all their electric bills.
Eight
steps
right
there right now.
Actually, yeah, I could go find him. He's doing well though, man.
Talk to us about it.
I've seen him. He's got blonde hair and he's a hippie, but I guess he's doing good. He went to school to brew beer, basically, right?
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, good. And then you got Archie, who could be on, but he's teaching now, right?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Coach, he is shaping the youth of South Mississippi as the head soccer coach at Christian High School. So he's doing great things.
Good. And then Coach Matt's still the coach. And I think they've got a pretty decent golf team this year, from what I understand.
This could be probably I guess it'll be one of their better teams since probably we left, I would think.
Yeah.
I know the two guys are okay. I don't know about the rest of them.
And they've got another contender on the female side.
Oh yeah. The girls are they're gonna be right there to win state. You know, they play the way they should, they'll probably win the state tournament, which is at Shell, right? Didn't he say that?
I don't know.
I think girls is at state.
I think it's somewhere on the coast. Yeah.
But we're going to wrap this up, you guys. You know, one thing I want to say is, you know, as a parent, it was a joy to watch you guys play. And, you know, I was lucky to be able to be there a lot. Some of the moms and dads with work and whatever, you know, couldn't be. But I was lucky that, you know, my schedule allowed me to be out there. And I enjoyed watching you guys play. And, you know, I know you cut up a lot and, you know, you had a good time. And that was the main thing. But, you know, even more important than that is what makes me most proud is what you've become now. You know, you all have decent jobs. You're doing the right thing in the community. You know, you've all grown up to be, you know, good men. And, I'm sure you'll continue to be that way. And I know Ocean Springs High School and the Greyhounds are proud of you, as well as your moms and dads and girlfriends and sisters and whatever it may be. So I'm lucky to have been a little bit a part of that, and proud of you guys for what you've done. So thanks for coming on here and giving us up your few hours with me and Blake, and send this podcast on and get us some views, boys. We need some girl views. So get it. Blake, take it away.
All right, guys, that'll wrap it up. I hate Arch couldn't be on here, and Coach couldn't be on here, and some other guys, but maybe this podcast will blow up one day, and we'll all do it again. And we'll have a reporter there from like Good Morning America, construction guy building who knows what, owner of a big time pharmacy, and Rinky could be a nurse, could be a influencer in the real estate world. Who knows?
And we'll get John Myers next time.
Oh, yeah, we're better off without him.
I'm gonna see him just for showing up.
All right, boys. Y'all take care.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate y'all having us on.
Thank you, thanks for having us on.
One.
We're back to wrap it up here at the Middle Time with Big T. Blake, that was a good segment with you boys, chopping it up.
Oh,
what
yeah.
Do you think?
No, I think it was
You
good.
Got some good stories to tell, and you guys had fun when you were doing it, so that was good.
Yeah, we all had a bunch of good memories, and it's kind of cool to see us. We all still hang out all the time, even though Rinky lives in New Orleans. I live in Hattiesburg. Tristan lives in Birmingham. Zach's been on the coast for a little bit, but he's been at pharmacy school, and then Bo's up at state. You got Archie on the coast. But we all get up and still hang out. We text all the time. Got a big group.
Well, that's one thing about, I think Tristan talked about golf.
Yeah.
That's one thing, golf is a sport that you can play forever. That's one reason why we're doing the golf tournament. We can get a lot of people back, and, we're starting to get some interest peaked in that. And May 19th, we'll be ready to roll. Hattiesburg Country Club.
That's right.
Anything new?
Not really, but since we've had the Mardi Gras podcast and everybody was there, and then the next week at the ball, and same kind of people were there, a bunch of people were talking about it. So I think think some people were excited about it, so it'll be good.
Well, that's good, and we're going to be keep plugging away on that. Again, you can find about it on the website, bigtofficiating.com. You can also find out about our clinic on the website. We had a few more people sign up this week for the clinic, which is always good. And we expect to sell out both of those events, in a short time. So keep that in mind. We've got some hats to sell. We'll have some pictures on the website.
If anybody wants a hat, just reach out to me or Dad here. But we will have them on the website where you can go and look at them, everything. But everybody can contact us, through Facebook or whatever.
Right.
So just send us a message or something if somebody wants a hat, and we'll get it to you somehow.
Yeah, we're good. Well, anything else like we need to chop around on this episode?
I don't think so, unless you got anything. Got
Well,
all the big
I think
Mardi Gras parades are coming up this weekend.
It's coming up this week.
Yeah.
Are you going to be down on the coast at all?
I don't know. We'll see.
I think we're going to go to the office Friday night.
Okay.
Of course, that could be one of our sponsors.
Could be. Come on, Collier.
Maybe I could borrow from free drinks for airtime.
Okay.
Who knows?
That's good.
Anyway,
he could have a hat you could wear on this podcast.
Yeah.
You know, advertise that logo.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
You know, cool logo to have on a shirt or a hat.
Yeah. Mardi Gras is what? Next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, that's right.
And you know what happens after Mardi Gras? Spring football starts. Spring practice.
Have we talked, or have you talked about any spring football dates? You got anything set in stone?
Well, I've reached out to South Alabama, and they're going to let me know. It's probably going to be late March, early April before they get going. So
I want to talk about officiating. You know, if you're if you officiate college football, like South Alabama, they're in the Sun Belt. Okay, Southern Miss is in Conference USA, and you know, in the past they have used a Conference USA official to kind of set up stuff to get officials there.
We're going to have a good Jason Yates.
Well, what I'm saying is, what do you think with Southern Miss? Kind of like, are they going to Sun Belt, or are they saying Conference?
Jason Yates needs to go. Jason Yates needs to go talk to what's the guy's name?
Yeah, Tad. What the director?
About
what I'm
scrimmages.
asking is, will that affect? You know, and it really won't affect because there's enough local guys here and around each college.
But
that's something
that's going to mean
officiating.
That's going to make it easier for you to get in the Sun Belt because Southern Miss is in the Sun Belt.
Yeah, having a school right here for sure.
Right. So, yeah, that's down the road, but we need to be thinking about it.
Might not. I mean, that they're trying to move out this year. Which is I'm hearing some chatter up here in Hattiesburg. They're lawyering up and they're trying to get out.
Right.
So it'll be interesting.
Okay. All right, man. Well, think it was a good night. Enjoyed talking to your boys, chopping it up a little bit. So we'll put a close on this one, wrap it up, tighten the knot, and move on to next week. Everybody keep watching us. Travel safe, be safe. Have a good one.